day today, and yeah, let's jump right in. Watch of the moment is Nomadic. Yeah, look at that bad boy right there. Really like this watch. We're gonna talk a little bit about the watch and a couple other watches, man. So just know that consider today's live to be more of a let's see, a review, so to speak. I got food all over my face. Pardon me, I just got through eating my breakfast, first meal of the day. Yep. So what's going on, Oscar? Welcome in, bro. Welcome in, man. Glad you're here. So if you came straight in without looking at the thumbnail, um, let's just say the thumbnail was inspired by a conversation. Of course, y'all know I always say that. Conversations I've had and what I've seen. Uh, just period. I had a chance to go to Trifecta yesterday, sat with them for a couple of hours, and had a great time there. And that's another thing that inspired me. There was a young man there that came in. He bought a watch that literally, um, man, do not disturb don't mean nothing on this phone. That he literally bought a an Omega, a vintage Omega, and he paid $1 for the watch. Paid $1. Now, granted, we established that it was probably in an estate sale. However, the people that watch came to had no idea what it was, and they put it in the bucket or whatever the case was. And it's just funny, to think that dude got a great deal. The watch was amazing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at yesterday's live, my vertical live. Then when I was out there at Trifecta, and you'll see it. I can't remember how. I think it's probably gotta be a 20 minutes into it, something like that. But anyway, what's up, man? Looking clean out there, bro. Man, thank you, bro. Thank you. What's going on, Jay Jones? Welcome in, bro.
Well, last time you disconnected me.
Welcome in. No Diddy. Hey, bro, you a man's man. You got a whole family, bro. And I understand Diddy did too, but like I don't get those vibes from you. We got those vibes from Diddy a long time ago. So, hey, yeah. But anyway, so what I'm going to do today is I want to actually do a watch review on the watches that I personally own. And sort of kind of give people a thought process before you buy your next watch, right? I didn't want to put in the title before you buy your next watch. Look at this. I didn't want to do that. Sometimes I feel like that's cheesy, but then I've used it before, so it is what it is. Yeah, I want you to consider this before you buy your next watch, because I think sometimes we take for granted that some of us are in depth and we're involved with watches. Not that we know everything, because I got a learning professional in here, Mr. Santana, but there's some people out here that have no clue as to what they are going to buy. For example, let me take this off. If rating this watch just from the build quality, the finishing, and the water depth ratio, which really don't matter to me, it's a feel good just knowing that you have the water depth ratio. So if I want to go swimming, this thing as long as the crown is screwed down, I'm good to go. Don't have to worry about it. But then it has a very striking similarity to a popular watch, which before I continue off in this watch, I had a conversation yesterday with another watch enthusiast, and he asked me a question. He said, how do you feel about Tudor? And this is why I wanted to showcase this watch, because let's not even play like this. It does have Tudor vibes. I refer back to the 50s Rolex. I just do, because that's the original look. So I'm not even going to give Tudor that credit. I'm going to give the credit to Rolex. Now, here's the crazy thing. We had this conversation. He asked me what I thought about Tudor, and I said, do you understand? I want you to understand, I didn't know anything about Tudor until I was like, man, I think I'm going to say about 25, 26 years old before I knew what Tudor was. And Tudor really didn't register on my radar because I knew what Rolex was. And they was like, well, it's a brand. It's just a brand. under Rolex, a cheaper version of Rolex. I said, okay. Didn't think nothing of it, and I kept it moving. I wasn't attracted to the designs that I saw when I first saw Tudor. Just didn't. And it wasn't until the past 5-6 years to where like Tudor's name has just really just blown up. So keep in mind, I'm in my 40s now. I was 25 when I first learned about Tudor. Did not register. But now that we're in this era where, because Tudor has been publicized, it has been boosted, it has been marketed in a way that is very attractive. So when you see companies like Nomadic make a design that's similar to that, and again, I'll go back to the original design that looks like this was the Rolex Submariner when it became a dive watch. So that's what I'm going to reference. But as far as this is concerned, this watch is a little over $1,000, right? They brought their own history, right? So that rotor right there represents two ships: the Tender, which is the Nomadic, and then the Titanic, right? So this watch represents what was built in Belfast, because this watch is built in Belfast. And it has a Swiss movement in it. It has great water depth ratio if you want to go swimming in it. Overall, this could be a one and done. If you were the type that say, hey, you know what, I just want one watch. I don't need to buy a lot. I don't want a cheap watch or a cheap looking watch. It has heft. The finishing on it is near perfect. I'm just gonna call it what it is, man. It's a beautiful watch. I can wear this watch no problem for months without touching another watch. Even with the green. I don't care. I've worn it with different colors. I don't care. I just like the watch. And then hold up. Really nice. Really nice. And when you're talking about no play whatsoever, Loom is amazing. So this watch, you may argue the fact that, like, man, Trap, I don't want to spend over $1,000. Well, I got you. So hold on, let's put this down for a second and get into another. And this is considered, for those that don't know, this is considered a micro brand. Who just came in here? Who came in here? What's up, Roy? Glad this just popped up. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Hio Silver's in the building. Wrist check, 43 millimeter. I saw that today. I saw that, bro. That flukes is. I'm glad you. Okay, we're gonna talk about the Spinnaker. I'll get there, bro. We're gonna fight in World War III. Call of Duty, but in 4K. Mr. Lee, Mr. Zero Watches. Wow. I got my notepad out. Trap getting ready to head to VA. We'll probably not be around against. Oh, okay. Safe travels, brother. Safe travels. All right, I just want to get into the comment, man. Going through. Okay, yeah. Make sure you guys follow that, man. Noctua Watch Company, man. Great watches. Dang, you got the gang of moderators today, huh? Ooh, hey. Ooh, no politics in here, baby. No. Nerd with swag, welcome in. So you have, like I said, you have over $1,000 with this. And the advantage that you have with this watch now is the previous model, because this is a 2024 model. The previous model had a longer lug, right? So on somebody that had, like, if you have like a 6.5 or maybe 6.25 inch wrist, this thing would have it'd have stretched over, right? It'd been on your wrist. So that's what it looked like. I got a 7.25 inch wrist. So that's what it looked like. Pretty solid. It's comfortable. Once you get that thing locked in, it is good to go. I have mine a little loose because the swelling and stuff like that. But you do have some on-the-fly adjustments right there. So they do have the technology that where you can adjust it, just in case you do come across that flooding. What in the world? Sorry, y'all. Man, I don't know. That's crazy. I got so many people. No, it don't matter. It don't matter. Let's get back into it. So I will say this watch is amazing, but it may be priced out of. This may not be in your budget. It may not be in your budget. Is it worth it? The upgraded? In my opinion, I like it. That's why I bought it. So, and it's just everything about this watch, man. Is it a perfect dive watch? It is an amazing dive watch. And it's perfect for me for right now, which This will be my watch. I may switch out. But let me get back into this one right here from the Dufresne Watch Company. Now I'm gonna show you something that's different. So both of these have, look at, you see the finishing on that one? You see how it's catching the light? This one has more of a matted, this one has like a sheen to it. This one has been treated. This one has Vickers on it, 840 Vickers. So you can desk dive with this. In other words, if you don't know what desk diving is, I was doing that when I worked in a prison system. I would do paperwork all day, sitting at the computer if I'm not going out in the field. And y'all hear that? Scratching, I don't have to worry about it. Like, I scratched the mess, and I've worn this watch and still looks amazing. Now, they do have watches like, what's the other Texas brand? I did not bring that watch with me. But you have watch companies that will go with 1200 Vickers, which I think would be amazing, to have. But 800 Vickers is still good enough for this watch to look good years from now, right? After major wear, and it is on the case as well as the bracelet. And then they do have an adjustment as well, which I have mine adjusted. It's a nice watch. This is a nice watch. Nice lume. Like I said, both of these have great lume. But this one, you're going to pay about $600 for this watch. You got about $600 in this watch, right? I think it's an amazing buy. A nice value proposition, if you will. But you have to be one that absolutely love this colorway, which they have other colorways. They got blue, they have some bespoke pieces where, like, the colorway, they collab with some artists. I can't remember, forgive me, I can't remember the artist, but this watch right here is, wow, this is crazy. I'm getting a lot of messages, y'all. This watch right here, bang for the buck, quick release to where if you want to put it on a strap, on rubber, good to go. And with Wind Up New York coming up, and tomorrow, I don't know how many people gonna be there, but I'll be there Saturday afternoon, guys. Oh, wait. Dang. I'm kind of obsessed. So, is that a watch company? Gravithin? I'm not familiar with Gravithin. I'm really not. Hold up, let me see. Oh, somebody came in and says, oh man, boy, the mods is on it, man. I appreciate y'all. Now you're super going. Oh man, I just saw what that, bro, you stupid, bro. Hey man, y'all my people, boy. I tell you the truth, man. That's what happens when you're man. I believe Stephen collaborated with his life on those new dials. Yeah. You holding a bag. I hope you talking about like a bag if you want to buy some watches and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's the type of money that you're referring to. Because if you just got here, right, and you're following along with us, and we're talking about watches, I'm doing like an on-site review. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff, right? Also, if you guys are like, hey man, I'm pressed for time, Trap, what would you recommend? I left 2 watch companies down in my description right now. One is Exquisite. Exquisite has 2 watches that I looked at. These are just my picks. Which, let me get to the next watch. Let me get to a brand that, it's a name brand. The French toast? And hold on. Let me get to it. I didn't bring that thing out there. That's not it. There we go. Oh, that's not it either. All right, so here goes a major brand that there's a few of us that know about this company. There's a lot of people that know about this company, but this is one of the most slept on watch brands, period. One of the most underrated, and it is Glycine. Not only that, So you can get in the diver, or you can go with a 20. This doesn't have the 24-hour dial on it, but you have a GMT function on this watch. Seeing that GMTs are like the craze right now, when we're talking GMTs right now, as far as watch collectors, this isn't talked about nearly enough. And I'm going to tell you why it's not talked about. Because the main companies or the main people on YouTube that refer to this, they always have to tell a story like, well, this is a good watch. Unfortunately, it's owned by Invicta. Okay. All right. I'll bite. Here's a problem with, with that. Because yes, it was acquired by Invicta. But if you look back through the history of Glycine, the creator, Eugene, he sold the company after 2 years of ownership, right? Don't know exactly why. I have to do a deep dive to find out why. But I want to say this thing, like Glycine, has changed hands at least 5 times. And I'll be honest with you, I would much rather Invicta have ownership of this because they keep the price down. Because let's say, could you imagine if Swatch Group got a hold of Glycine? This watch will go from under $1,000, right? So you can get an Airman GMT, right? 24-hour dials, and the watch is phenomenal. Got a Salida movement, so you have either Salida or Netta movement. Once you crack the crown, like those that have the screw down crown, which is this one, 42 millimeter, then they have a 46 millimeter, but just keeping the basics with this one. You take this watch and you put it in the Swatch Group. This watch, I guarantee you, this watch will be at $2,000. Guaranteed. I guarantee you, because one, they have the history, because these watches were issued to our military during Vietnam. Helicopter pilots were literally trading in their Hamiltons for these. They loved Hamilton up until this came out, right? And this design, which I don't know if y'all know this, there was a British captain, which happened to be a pilot, that collaborated with Glycine to come up with this design. Now, this isn't the original design, but it's similar to the original, which was they actually have these in 36 millimeter and a 40. The 36, I saw that, is too small for GMT, in my opinion. I'm like, bro, because the 40 millimeter, I need my glasses to see that thing, because, boy, it's crazy. What's up, Kevin? What type? What is the watch you showed before? So if you're talking about this is the Nomadic Mirai 401, and this right here is Dufresne Travis. The Dufresne Travis. Got it upside down, sorry. The Dufresne Travis. This is what I showed beginning. And both of these watches are from Glycine. Now, here's the thing, too. We want to talk about historical value, right? You understand that when they brought these out during the 60s, this watch still has the original design. I mean, like, what else can you ask for? You feel me? Like, people on YouTube, and I'm not blaming one or two, but I'm just saying, when I see these reviews or people reacting to certain watches, the history of a watch, what does that really matter when you're looking for a timepiece that's, one, going to sustain the lifestyle that you live, right? You want the best value. And I can tell you, for example, this isn't the original bracelet, but with me buying the bracelet, buying the watch, right, I didn't spend as much money as I would on like a Squal, right? And I do have my Squal with me. I don't think I have my Squal with me. No, I referenced the Squal in the description. No, I didn't bring the Squal with me. But Squal, for the price that you pay for a Squal, right? I have the 1521 on leather. You can literally take that leather strap off, put a mesh bracelet on there, and if you were a diver, right, that watch is rated at 50 atmospheres. And for anybody that want to know, so I'm close to Chicago, right? If I want to go to Lake Michigan, and I think the deepest part of Lake Michigan is a little over 900 feet down, I still have 1,000 feet to go with that watch. Well, it's under 1,000 feet, but like what is 50 atmospheres, like 1,600 feet of water resistance, man. That's how much pressure this thing can take. Oh, quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. And the 1521 was created by Von Buren, which created the Squal brand, which in the beginning he didn't make watches for himself. He was making cases for different companies. And that watch, you looking at that 1521 when I bought it was $900. It's $1,100 right now. But I did leave that down there. And I know if you go, so I got exquisite timepieces in my description as well as trifecta, because I have a code for both of them. With exquisite, you have to spend $1,000 to actually save some money on something, right? With about to say Lori's. With trifecta, my code works on most of the watches. There's certain watches that it don't work on. And I think that is, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say is Seiko Alpinist and certain Longines. I think Longines. Yeah, certain Longines, not all of them, but I think like some of the least expensive ones, I think it may work. But just try it. Just put it in there if you decide to go over there. Let me get it back into the chat real quick. Jay Jones talking. Does it have an NH35? So none of the watches that I showed so far have an NH35. All of these are Swiss movements in these watches. Salida 200s. And they regulate. So this one right here actually runs better than this one. This one is 2 seconds a day. This one is 2 seconds a day. Like it's and this one right here, I want to say it was 7 seconds a day last time it was tested. Amplitude is really good on both of those watches. And then in this one right here, you have a Salida 330, and in this one you have an ETA 2824. Which again, price proposition, you can get both of, you can literally buy both of these watches. If you had $1,000, you can buy 2 Swiss-made watches, man, for $1,000. And I ain't say Swiss movement because I know some people get hung up on that, which you shouldn't. Depending on the company. I mean, it just depends on the company. Even I don't have any Invicta with me, but like Invicta has some Swiss movement watches, right? They purchased the watch, the movement, had it assembled either Malaysia or China, wherever they had it, and sent out. And I've had a lot of my watches tested, right? Those things, they're working good. I had one of my Salida 200s was like, I think had the worst, beat amplitude. What was it? Crap, it was running 12 seconds, deviation time. It was running 12 seconds a day, right? And that's an unregulated movement. Salida 200, unregulated. So having a Swiss movement in a watch is not a downside. It comes down to the money that you have. Sometimes, man, well, there's a lot of times, man. If you look at some of the reviews and stuff like that, you may get that stare and be like, oh, I gotta have it because this person that I admire or I love so much or whatever the case is, you go with it. That don't mean they always right on the watches that you buy. That watch gotta fit you. I collect watches too. The price, okay. Nice, you found the right channel then. Yeah, man, welcome in. I currently wearing the Orient. Ooh, yes. I don't have an Orient in my collection yet. That's a brand I do want to. I'm going to have a reputation for crowd control. Hey, hold up, man. I want to pin that. Bro. You crazy. I like you already. Hey, be careful. That Lee character, man. They're kind of known in Europe. Oh, hold on. Wait. Awesome watch. Glycine. I like the brand and their history. Yeah, Glycine has a great history. That's not talked about as much. Eating those glizzies. What? I'm not even going to get into that, man. Like, what? I don't even know. I don't know. Whatever. Kev is in the building. Shoot. What are you buying now? I'm not buying nothing, Vic. I'm not getting your notifications anymore. I don't know what YouTube is on, bro. Trap owns a trifecta now. No longer need is to buy. Oh man. A chat without trolls can be a real chat. Yeah, I like that. I mean, because some people come in here on some foolishness. Skylar, I want to swing. What you want to swing on me for, bro? Hey man, why you so violent, man? Why you so violent? Hey bro, you know I got that thing on my hip, bro. I'm too old to be out here fighting. Trolls don't survive here. Show don't. You come in here with that foolishness, man, you gonna get capped. Before Victor bought Glycine, the watches were much more expensive. The same watches were costing way over $1,000. Yeah, you know what? Hey, I saw a publication on that. I actually got some magazines, some older magazines that I collected back in, man. So I don't know how old these magazines are. They're pretty old though, because I'm a gearhead. I love cars and stuff like that. And some of those magazines will have watches, and Glycine was featuring in some of those old the Airmen. And I remember the Airmen that I looked at, and I think it was that 46 millimeter. I think that thing was like $1,600 in that magazine. It was just under $2,000. Squal is the best buy. I dig Squal. I think this power is getting to my head. Give me a wrench. I don't know how to. Hey man, Skylar, man. Hey, look, bro. I just appreciate, man, my mom's being in here, man, getting these people up out of here. Skylar said, "Get you out of here." If you look at him funny, hey, Skylar ready. Skylar's ready to like, hey, what you say? That's not pertaining to watches. Get up out of here. Hey man, safe travels, JJ. Yeah, I'll post my comment again since he missed it. Oh, what you say, Vic? Hold up. I did miss your comment, bro. I think, or did I say something? I want a Magnum. Only ones I got. Oh, he said something about the Magnums. He capping with all these pieces I'm wearing. An 8-year-old crusty Magnum. Bro, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get back into showing some watches, but do not let that guy named Vic, Magnum King, he showed a watch today that has mother of pearl and diamonds around the bezel. And he talked, man, I'm not messing with him, bro. He's on a whole nother level, man. You like ball watches? I have one ball watch in my collection. And yes, I do like it. Thank you for your service to all the vets here. Man, thank you. How you doing, big man? I'm good. How you doing? Have you ever heard of Echo Neutral watches? Yes, I have. I saw them. I went to the last event I went to. I saw those. I think absolutely amazing watches, man. That's another watch company. Microbrands, I'm going to get into that too. Microbrands are it. They are it for me. They are it for me. Matter of fact, so we covered 2 microbrands already. For those that just came in, I showcased these 2 right here. Nomadic and then Dufresne. The Nomadic brand, from all the reviews I saw on YouTube, the one thing I can say, the biggest argument is the price, right? And granted, you don't have to pay the price because there's other watch companies that you can go to. However, if you are into, like I'm just saying, not telling you that you need to go over there and buy this watch. I thought it was valuable for me. It fit into what I want to do. I'm good. It's just an amazing watch. Everything about this particular watch. And then, they have 3 other models. They just released the GMT. One of the GMTs has gold in it. It's like a 2-tone, got gold. You get a lot with, not just so much the price proposition, because Merely on Time just covered that he was up in Toronto. They just had an event out there, and he, in the beginning of this video, he stated that watches have like increased in price so much, even the micro brands, because he can recall micro brands being $150 to $300 somewhere around there, and you can still find that. You can still find that, but like now, it's so vast now. It's huge what you can actually do with watches, man. As far as like, if there's something that you want particular, say for instance you want color, which I like this one. I knew nothing about the frame, but that one first, it got my first name on it. It's the Travis, which is named after Lake Travis out there in Austin, Texas, which I got a chance to see last year. And I love the colorway. It's a linen dial. The loom is great. Great watch. For under six, what? It's under $1,000. This is what, $600. Now, in another 2 years, that watch could very well be $749. It's possible. But you don't have to follow that. I'm telling you, there's always a company that's going to come out and give you something, price proposition. And here's another thing, Longines. In my opinion, this one right here, this particular model right here, you're talking at the $1,100 mark, just over $1,000. However, there are discounts out there. So I will tell you, I know this for a fact. You can go down in my description, go to Trifecta, say, Jake, Trap showed me this watch. It was a Longines, right? Dive watch. It's automatic. It's not the quartz, right? But you can buy the quartz, which is under $1,000. I think it's like $8 and some change. You can literally go buy this watch at a discount after you talk to my man. Or just type it in Google. Type in inexpensive Longines in Google and see what comes up with it. Like, you don't necessarily always have to go to a place that I'm telling you, but that's another thing that I like to rate is how I was treated at one of these ADs and what's that customer service like. Longines, 5-year warranty on these watches. 5 years. That's crazy. Luciano, what's going on? Luciano's in the house. RDNR holding it down. Mr. Trap, you have a Glock watch, correct? I didn't buy the Glock watch. I just showcased it I went up to Kokomo, and when they had just got it, I went out there and looked at it. I thought it was dope. I was like, oh man, I actually like the watch. That blue one, yeah, I like that. I don't own it yet though. I don't know the price on them either. Oh, somebody got deleted. Wow, bro, that's crazy. Bye, clown. There you go. Hey, I'm telling you, man, y'all messing with the wrong mods in here, man. My mods is not playing with y'all. And it's a square watch with ETA 7001 movement. Yeah, I saw that. Guy has a name on that man that shot himself on live TV. What a gem of a person, boy. Ooh, big. Yeah, in the 70s. Was innocent too, if I remember correctly, off a video. Yeah, I have 3 watches on the way. Wifey wants me to stop wearing expensive watches for a while with people getting stuck up for them. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, bro. Let me show you an inexpensive watch that I love. Indiana brand too. Visitor watches, man. This sucker is sexy. Ooh, I love this. This watch is cold-blooded, man. This watch is cold. And it's a strap on, so you can just put whatever you want on this watch, man. Dang, well, look at that. Y'all see, like, look at the contour on that. It's ready for your wrist, man. It's ready for your wrist. This is the Doom Short from Visitor Watches, man. Yeah, man. The loom on it is amazing. Yeah, and then his watches go, I want to say, anywhere from like $550 up to $800, I believe. And I know, well, Little Birdie is saying that they're working on something. I'm just waiting for it to come out. when the news drop, I can't wait. This is a company that I will definitely continue to shop with, no problem whatsoever. All right, let's unpin that real quick. Lee in the building. Glock has to change their name. Why they gotta change their name? I'm in the same restaurant. It's just cold here. It's like 40 degrees outside. Yeah, it's yeah. I didn't want to be outside because I'd been sniffling and all this other stuff, man. So on Instagram, I'm gonna show you a watch that I showed on Instagram today. The Citizen Ciosa, one of the two. This right here, that sky blue, and that hidden crown, so to speak. This is supposed to be the PRX killer, right? And after I looked at it, I said, well, you know what? These are, I guess, the integrated bracelet style, but that one like that. Look at that flex of that bracelet, man. Presidential. I wouldn't call it a PRX killer. I would say you can get both. Now, of course, this one's a chronograph, but like if you're trying to just save some money, I would say buy a PRX discounted price because you can find them at a discounted price. I think it's worth it, but I would say you can get one of these as well because you get this and you got small seconds version. I think it's a great watch, and you can change out for like rubber straps and stuff like that. Pretty nice watch, man. Citizen got their own. I think you have to get their Citizen brand straps. I don't know if another company actually makes a strap that will fit with this one. So, but you can. I've seen these around. Gosh, who was it? I seen these things like $225, and I paid $300 for mine, and I thought I was getting a good deal. But I seen them cheaper than that. So I'll just tell you to put the Ciosa name in the Google and find. Just shop around. Just shop around. Citizen so far, yeah. Movado do have an integrated bracelet too. You know what? Here's my thing with Movado. Movado has lost its touch as far as I'm concerned. When they came out with their integrated bracelet, I can't speak for anybody else in the industry, man. But for me, I looked at it. I said, okay, let's see what Movado's coming with. They came with a quartz integrated bracelet, and you have the PRX, you have the Citizen Ciosa, you have Christopher Ward's 12, you even have the Nevada Gretchen integrated bracelet, and then you got the micro brands that are doing integrated bracelet. You got a lot of competition out here, man, and you came with a watch that was priced at the $800 mark, and I believe they dropped their quartz to $600. But even that, I would just go with a PRX quartz because you can get that for $395. I just, Movado, I think it's a little too late, man. You haven't heard anything from Movado since like Movado Bowl, and you know how long a Movado Bowl commercial had aired. Man, we're talking a year before COVID when they was making a big deal about Movado Bowl, from what I've seen. And now you come out with an integrated bracelet, and it's gonna sell, and it's selling right now because there's a store, a Navy by me that sells Movado, and they sold out of that because it's new. When new stuff come out, but like as far as enthusiasts and stuff like that, I'm just gonna say, I looked at it. It's a nice look. I've held it in my hand, but in comparison to my PRX, I wouldn't fool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the price point. I'm like, dude, you can get an automatic PRX, and then shoot, even with the 12, I know the 12 is actually a lot more expensive than the Movado Bowl. But if the Movado Bowl did an automatic, which I've seen what they've done with their automatic pieces, you're talking over $2,000. I'm cool on that. Those Tissot are something else. Yeah, Tissots, I like Tissots. Show Protect Philippe. I don't have that to show. I'm not a Citizen fan. I have the black food, Fuji, and man, uh, and you know what's funny about that, bro? I understand where you're coming from. I understand. So how I interpret that particular model, because I have one in my collect. Well, it's not mine. It belongs to not Moyers, but Palmer Jewelers, right? Um, you can. It's a basic watch, right? I think it's great and it's geared for people that like the water. I would say that is the epitome of tool watching. When we're talking, let's see, okay, that Citizen in comparison to, I'm just gonna put up three dive watches. In comparison to any of these right here, it's going to fall as far as like the aesthetics of it. It really, I feel you, is muted in the sea of dive watches because you got some. I tell you what, you put that up. You could put that Citizen dive watch up against a Spinnaker, which I know JJ was talking about Spinnaker. You put that up against a Spinnaker, aesthetically, oh yeah, that Spinnaker is gonna put that thing to shame. Though it's the Spinnaker does not have the ISO rating. I mean, that's just what it is. I think that watch is geared just for swimming purposes. People that love the water. Movado has potential, but I feel that they are out of touch with the market and where the community is right. Yeah, and see that's my whole point, Kev. Is I don't Movado is they've been out of the game, and how do you market to people right now? Like if you, gosh, that would take a lot. I would not want to be the marketing agent or whoever's job it is to go out and like, hey, let's get our watches out here in the community. What do we have to do? Bro, that is crazy because like you got people that will promote your watches, and I think that because Ludacris and a couple of other celebrities, they did a commercial for the Movado, and that's going to help out tremendously, especially with Ludacris being behind the brand. People gonna buy it just because of that, right? But I think that's a different, that is a different class of people because you got some people that don't tap into YouTube, they don't tap into social media like that. But when it comes across, because they follow their favorite rapper or whatever, or actress or artist, whatever, and they see like, oh, that's the watch they're wearing, boom, you got it. They on there. But like for people like you guys, yeah, I doubt most people in here will spend $600 to $800 on that thing. I got a museum classic, but that's more sentimental from my father. Besides that, I can't get into much of their catalog. The vintage are pretty nice though. I have a Movado. Well, I got his and hers museum pieces. I haven't worn that watch in years. I just haven't. Let's see. I did not know that people are still buying Movados. People still buy Movados. They collectors are loyal to the brand. Yeah, they are, and they ain't going nowhere. I don't like the bracelet. To check out the other designs. Hey, listen, Dad Moz he's not having. He said, hey, look, man, your eyes are fixed on your brand, bro. So just focus on your brand, which, again, the dial, like, aesthetically speaking, you got a great watch, man. I interpret that watch, and I haven't had it in hand, but I interpret that watch is a fun work watch. I would just like, you know what? I would treat that watch the same as this because I just stare at this watch at times, man, because the formation of the numbers and stuff. There's certain watches that I just absolutely love just staring at. And I was looking at yours. I said, man, that watch is dope, though. That watch is dope. I also like the Aquaman Death Leader Diver. Yeah, T White with Mr. 9 Watches is in the building, y'all. The Moki Mines have some good ones. Movado gives me a headache. Citizen with the Soul talking about integrated bracelets. Price wise, I would say Citizen. Now here's the deal. Here's the thing with, because y'all obviously know I have two. I have this one and then I have a three-hander, right? And I absolutely dig this one. This was pricey though. So right now, I would say if you're strapped for cash and you can afford, between $250 to $300, I would say go with this first, because you have two different oranges, you got two different blues, you got the sky blue, you got a dark blue, you got a green, you got a black, like a piano black, I believe you got all silver, then you got the small seconds. So you have so many different options, just as many options as they answered to Soul. I would say this, and then like you look at that right there. How would you like your egg? Now, I'm not against this right here, this STEM class. I prefer to have a middle class. You said the so I don't know what, I think that, I don't know. I would like to see a middle class back there. I think that would be like the ultimate flex. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't gonna say ultimate flex. I think that'd just be a nice little upgrade. Just to know that, like, hey, you got mills back there instead of just that flat. But at least they polished it though. It's not like that, just flat aluminum look. Under the car seat, look metal or whatever. So I would say Citizen for the prices. Oh, I forgot. Even Casio came out with the same kind of integrated bracelet. Yeah, they did. You can't go wrong with Casio. If you in here are enjoying the conversation, hit that like button. Thank you, sir. And they should stay in the museum. Oh, wow, bro. Tell me how you really feel. You kicking out Mr. Zero watches. Dope hat. Thank you. To 1,000 from Mr. Lee. That's funny. What are your thoughts on the new Orient releases with their current catalog in general? I like what Orient. I think Orient is a silent killer when it comes to watches. It is a very, for anybody that's getting started, anybody that's been establishing a watch collection, man, and especially who's that? One of you guys are talking about not buying expensive watches. Was it Nerd? It was one of you guys saying not buying expensive watches because people are jacking. Orient is one of those companies that it's there. You can literally stay in the Orient lane without coming out either way. And they have a huge fan base. I would rock Orient. I've seen a couple. They got some amazing watches for the price. And yes, I do like their new designs. And if I wasn't so greedy for other brands, man, I'd get an Orient one day. That's a guarantee. Lord willing, I live long enough to see. I will put an Orient in my collection because I actually I held on to a couple of them, tried them on. They're very comfortable. And then you know what? That is a cheat code way into getting into in-house movements, right? And the in-house movement that if it goes out, it's not gonna cost your arm and a leg. Because you want to enjoy this thing, right? And that's the other thing that I want to talk about is where you buy your watches and the enjoyment factor. There's so many different forums that you can join into because the Orient has one. Of course, there's Casio. You got the Citizen. You have Invicta. You got Aragon. And most times you get Invicta and Aragon, they spill off into each other. Jack Mason. Bro, Jack Mason has a group of people that's just going crazy. I'm seeing that Nomadic has a group. They're part of major conversations, man. But yeah, man, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, you pick and choose what you want to do, but I'm moving to 38 or 36 millimeter. That's what's more comfortable now. You're eating pizza. I'm eating cold cereal. That's because you choose to eat cold cereal. Cold cereal. Hey, bro, what cereal you eating? You're playing. That's a whole meal, bro.
Got it picked up Ashley, and then they got the rental car.
What are your thoughts? Okay. I don't even have an Orient in my collection yet. Orient is a brand owned by Seiko. Unfortunately, it's one of the brands to start collecting watches. Why is it unfortunate to Seiko? Keep Seiko again. Hey, we were talking about this earlier, man. By Invicta owning Glycine, which is if you don't have a Glycine in your collection and you just want a great dive watch or a great GMT for a low cost without having to spend $1,000 on the watch. This is a full lume dial too, and they got this one in multiple colors. They got this one and like some type of blue, like a Kool-Aid blue, or it reminds you of the what is it, Hawaiian Punch blue. Yep, the blue. They got one the army green. They got one that's all black with like this red stripe that going across, and then another one with that blue stripe going across. They got a couple of versions. Somebody rated them and said, "Well, look, Invicta is invading the watch space of Glycine." And I'm telling you, I don't have a problem out of there. And one of the smoothest, when you pop that crown and you set your time and you wind it up, it's so butter. It's so butter. But I learned about Glycine through, I got hype about Glycine by a certain person. I'm not even going to say his name because he's going to pretend like, he's not that watch collector out here. Trap, what's your thoughts on Nubeo price point? Depends on which one it is, bro. In some cases, Nubeo is expensive as heck, and I'm not doing it. But then what's crazy is Nubeo is under the Dartmouth banner. Dartmouth Watch Group owns Nubeo and Spinnaker. And Spinnaker is the better price proposition and the better watch, in my opinion. Nubeo is far out. Nubeo is, how can I put it, man? Nubeo is the designs that people were asking Invicta to do, right? Without the Invicta prices. Because Nubeo gets, $900, man, you got it, NH35. And let me just say this about the NH35, any movement. So this one, the Spinnaker right here, NH35. I have two versions of this watch. I got one on bracelet. And I will tell you, hands down, one of the most complete watches I have in my collection right now at a reasonable price. Anybody can collect this one, man. And this is one that also whoever to keep you from getting jacked. Yeah. And they make some watches that look like other watches. You know what I'm saying? That's a homage to the Panerai, but not, kind of takes his own language. But you can kind of see it. You see it. The cushion style case, but it's his own thing. Beautiful. Seiko's owning them is fire. I do have a vintage Orient, but to be honest, it looks cheap to me, even though it's Seiko sub brand. I can't speak on their vintage pieces. I know they like the pieces they got now, amazing. Rather Japanese brand. Ain't your lunch break over? Thelonious, man, what's happening? Salute, my brother. They know to make good watches. But yeah, they do. And it's 35 a decent movement. And Magnums are the best. Hold up. Oh my gosh. Hey man, Magnums are the best, man. Thanks for being a member with me, bro. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this, Vic. Thanks for holding it down, bro. Because Vic has been rocking with me for years, man.
Mom can always call me tomorrow when you guys are on the road.
He said, and this is something that Vic will say, man. All it takes is a small cup of coffee and to be a member here. Consider that. I like the bead blaster Spinnaker you have. Yeah, I like that, man. Mr. Trap, what movement you consider the best?
Have it shipped to the house if you want me to. Like you did with your brain.
The best movement? Now, the one that I own or something that I would like to have? Let's specify. Because if you're talking about something that I own, I'm going to go with the 2824. workhorse, smooth. I mean, I just loved it. I love that movement. Love the way it looked. And I got some that's decorated, some that's not. Um, you know what? I take that back. I'm gonna say the value 77.50. And I'm gonna tell you why. And it's gonna be weird why I say that. Like for me, for the best move for me. Now that movement is expensive to repair. It is. It's expensive to repair. And what I mean by expensive, like that thing was completely trash. I could spend like $1,000 to $1,500 getting it repaired. Right? That's the cost of another watch. But I absolutely love the wobble on. I don't know, man. I just love the wobble on it. But generally speaking, I like the Etta. But you know, I think that Salida 300, man, is so smooth though. The wine, because like all my Etta movements and the Salida 300s kind of have a grind to them. But that Salida 300 or 330, it's really smooth. So, look, you know, it's a good small one. God, dog. I got a monitor on. Oh man. Even if I had money, I won't spend on a Rolex. Hey. Y'all see the thumbnail, right? It has sort of a Rolex crown in the background. You got a guy just wasted money. You buy what you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. If you buy a Rolex just because the Rolex name and you don't know much about it, what does that say? You know, somebody made a comment last week saying that, or maybe earlier this week, I think it was probably Monday, somebody put in the comment section, the best watches are the most expensive watches. And I brought up this case in point. I said there's two watches that's really expensive. Richard Mille is extremely expensive. Now, that watch is built through and through. You have to look at, before you judge a Richard Mille, look at what goes into the build of this watch. The complications, and that is a complicated build. God, dog, that's a complicated build. But it's on average $275,000. More. That costs more than some people's houses, right? A lot of people's houses. But if you got the money, I guess. And the other expensive watch is the Trump watch that, quote unquote, isn't built yet, I guess. You know, I don't know much about it, but like from what they presented, when he presented it, it's $100,000 for that watch. And it doesn't look like $100,000 watch, period. It just does not look like that. So expensive doesn't always mean the best. And when we're talking Rolex, the Submariner, man, you know, that was, I got off the topic, but we were talking about Tudor, and I said Tudor and the Submariner in comparison, and what he was asking me, if I had my choice, what dive watch would I gravitate to if I had the money? I said Certina over Rolex, over Tudor. I would choose Longines dive watch, the Legend Diver, over any one of those. And I'm not against the Tudor. I actually like the Tudor. I've worn it. I've had it in hand. I think that, you know, it's an amazing watch. But I wouldn't buy it just because of brand name. I would buy it, if I do get a Tudor, it would be one that, like the Heritage model. I like the colorway, the crimson. But that's not a watch that I'm going to go out and, like, if I found one for, let's say, pre-owned for like under $2,000, I'll buy it. Like $1,800 or even up to $2,000, I'll buy it. But yeah, don't just jump into watches because of that. Trump watch lost it. Yeah, iron prices are wild for something you can't even tell the time. I will tell you guys this. Go type in the Sylvester Stallone Richard Mille. Just type that in if you've never seen it. Go type in Sylvester Stallone Richard Mille. And as somebody that loves watches, I enjoy watches. I love being critical of watches. I love getting to the arguments with people with watches, or debates. Not arguments, but debates. Healthy. I like it, man. If we don't agree, we just don't agree. But that watch, hands down, in my humble opinion, is the one of the ugliest watches I've ever seen. Period.
And then at 3 o'clock,
Period.
we go
And I don't care what the complications are nuts. But just type it, man. Sylvester Stallone, Richard Mille, and there was like a stupid low number, like 20 of them were ever made. And I was like, man, bro, it should have never been made. But like just the flex on the complications, I give it that. I give it 100 on that one. It's like what that watch can do. I'm like, God, dog, who needs all that? Like that is a cyborg's watch, man. But the look of it, nah, bro, I can't even. El Primero movement is a chef's kiss. Yeah, but see, this is what you know what, and that's why I went to the Valjoux, because the Valjoux was an answer to that. A inexpensive answer to the El Primero, but like El Primero is gonna go hands down, gonna go down in history as one of the which crazy, man. We're talking like Rolex. I think one of the watches that is underrated, man, is Zenith. The Zenith, man, with that El Primero movement in it, and that's all you like. That's the only reason I learned about Zenith watches, because of the El Primero. But those watches are way more interesting than some of the watches that are, a lot of the watches that are talked about. Still pricey. Still pricey. But if I would say, if I was in the neighborhood of spending $18,000 on a watch, right, I would consider that over what is always talked about. Let's put it to you like that. Trump watch gave off some low-end Temu vibes.
You can buy an adapter from the lobby.
No, wait a minute. Hold up. Bars, bro. Like, I got to pin that one. You said low-end Temu. Do you understand? I'm going to just leave that right there. Low-end Temu. Wow, bro. Wow. I'm a Rolex fan, but only a couple that I would be interested in owning. I would like to know, which ones would you like? Top rank movements: R150, Salida 200, Salida 500, 7750. Okay. All right. R150, I think, is unappreciated movement. Very unappreciated. R150 gives you more of a error-proof, destroying the movement from overwind. I think the way that the clutch works is, it's an emphasis on that clutch, like, so you don't overwind. R150s, check out my watches. Please check out his watches. It's hard to get hands on when seeing in the States. I came across one Sin watch 2 weeks ago at what was it? Moya Jewelers. And I wasn't able to get to it. I saw it, and we went to go talk about some other stuff, and there was a guy that went and looked. He said, "Oh, Sin," I heard him say it. He was like, "It's a Sin watch." He bought it. No question, he bought it. I said, "Dang, I really want to get in there and look at it." There's not a lot of ADs. Anyone else in here on the watch raffle pages on Facebook? I am. I'm on like 3 or 4 watch raffles. I gravitate to the Datejust. Probably only Rolex I would get. Datejust is amazing, and I like the Datejust because of this history of Martin Luther King. And if I've said that if I was to own that, it would be that watch. But that Martin Luther King version, which when was it, a 1601 or 1606? That thing is expensive now. Hey man, did you look up Marlin watches with the seagull? Yes, I did. Yep, I sure did. I'd rock it. I think it was actually a pretty nice watch. If we talk about Valjoux as a chrono, I'd rather take the Le Jour Perrier. I don't have any experience with that. I've seen it, but I don't have any experience. I haven't held it in the hand. I haven't looked at it. So, low-end Temu. Low-end Temu is crazy. It's very underrated because it's not talked about at all that much. Shoot, I heard more about that movement in my chats than YouTube, to be honest. What is consensus on Henry Archer? Henry Archer, wait a minute. My man he been talking about his Henry Archer for a minute. Hold up, I'm gonna go down and see if he says it, if he chimes in. Henry Archer? Yup. Not talked about, inexpensive. I'll say go out because I seen it in person. Henry Archer is that watch. I feel like it's being shoved in my face at every turn. Really? And what? I haven't seen. Man, I don't talk. I haven't seen it. I guess maybe it's like the algorithm, whatever you're looking at, because it definitely don't. That wasn't really trap. Yeah, I get you. Has the same issue like one.
You want to add any chicken or steak or chorizo?
He said, Roy, you've been typing brands I've never heard of. Henry Archer is nice, yep.
How would you like your eggs?
Yep, Henry Archer's legit. Those dials are awesome, yep. My man ain't chimed in. He's working, but I know he heard Henry Archer, man. I bet he hyped right now. He in the chat, or he's listening at least. Nice. Maybe I'll see you there, my brother. One AP. What? You won an AP for 2K? You won a Royal Oak offshore for $2,000.
They got rid of Mike McCarthy.
I'm done. This publication is over with. I quit. I'm done. I ain't collecting no more. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. You just made me not. I'm no longer a watch collector. I quit. I quit. I quit. This is too much. There's 3 stories I'm gonna tell you about. One, a couple years ago, a good friend of mine. We were talking on Instagram, and this collector went to a Goodwill and bought a Cartier tank. They didn't know what they had. They didn't know. They just thought it was just some little watch. This collector bought the Cartier tank for $25. $25. That's first story. Yesterday, I was live. This guy comes in Trifecta, and he came to get his watch. They cleaned up the crystal, right? Polished it up. Just, you know what I'm saying? Because it has like the plastic, or not plastic, but yeah, you know, it's not. I can't think of the name of that crystal, but it's the one that you go ahead and put buff it out. They buffed out the crystal for him. Put it on the time grapher, and it was running 9 seconds fast. It was 9 up, 2 down, -2, amplitude amazing. Paid $1 for it. And now, here you go, talking about, I just won an AP for $2,000. I'm done. I quit, y'all. I quit. Today is my last. I won't go live no more. The only time you'll see me is when I go to New York Saturday. I'll just come in there and look, pick up a couple watches, and I'm coming back home. I'm done. I quit, man. I quit. Yep. I'm done. Any historical figures, watch prices. Yeah. RZE are cool too. Yeah, I've seen RZE. Made in collaboration with Perrier, created a citizen with caliber 0200 of me. Let me look that up. Hold on. I gotta get a screenshot, y'all. Y'all know me. Yeah, I gotta get that. I'm trying to feel mad on the brand. I get this bracelet was kind of sharp. I have a couple of DLC GMTs. Yeah, on the raffle pages, man. I'm done, bro. You laughing? I'm done. I wish I could afford the Citizen 02-200. Boy, you got. I tried on the white AP Royal Oak last week. It was nice, but I wasn't blown away, to be honest. Sorry, bro. I'm done, bro. Look on the Citizen. They go from around 5K euro. I'm done. And let me unplay this, man. But I'm still tripping on this comment, man. Monica's in the building. What's happening?
That's just the day.
What's up, Monica? She's a watch collector too, y'all. She's a watch collector.
How we doing, you guys?
Man, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Your check's gonna be one, right?
I'm still tripping on the man. You got an AP for $2,000. So, oh wait a minute. There's a fourth story because our beloved Kimon, the collector that has some of the best Invicta pieces, Swiss-made pieces out there, right? He got
That's her mama.
what watch was that he bought?
That's her mama.
Was it a Breitling? I think he bought a Breitling. And I don't know if I think it was like $40. He was $40 in and won a Breitling. I said, man, I'm done, bro. Like, and I have been in those, I've tried those raffles. I've only won 2 out of all the times I've played. And I don't even have to watch no more. I sold the watch to give money to cancer research for breast cancer. That's crazy. The movement in that citizen is insane. Okay, so you guys gave me some homework. I need that kind of luck on an expensive watch. But again, man, like this guy, man, he literally bought a vintage Omega mechanical for $1. $1. That is freaking crazy. It's freaking crazy. All right, so let me see. We've been on for an hour. I'm going to show you guys one more watch before I go. A watch that I consider to be it's a pretty dope watch. And here I'm gonna tell you the problems I have with it. But so in this Swiss watch company, right? This how the watch came, which I think is a nice little roll or snap. It comes with the additional strap. I took the tool out already. And this is the watch. This is called the MK2 dial. Very unique brown on this watch. Now, this watch, in my opinion, is a 44 millimeter. It has 20 millimeter lug width on it. So you can change it out for all type of stuff. You got this oil press case back on it. As you can see, now that logo is old. They changed the logo on it. The only problem I have with this overall, is this is a watch company that will blend into oblivion of watches, right? It's not talked about as much. The owner, the creator of this watch has been doing, I guess they've been creating watches since 96 or been working with other companies since 96. This brand, however, they created their own watches in 2018 and have been selling watches ever since. And you want to talk about price proposition? You have a regulated movement inside this watch. And of course, you can't see it, but the case back. 20 atmospheres of, no, was it 30? I think it's 30. It's 30 atmospheres of water depth ratio, right? This is the perfect watch for somebody like to play in the water. I'm going to tell you why. You got 20 layers of lume on this thing. Y'all see that, man? So I call this like the mint chip cookie. It's like a brown cookie with like mint chips on it. When this thing is fired up, like just off pure sunlight, you can go down to some depths, man. And this thing will go as deep as freaking Lake Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Like this thing is ridiculous. It's a big watch. So I would say anybody that wants to, like, hey, I really don't want to give up my big watches, but I don't want to go too small. This is 44 millimeters. And you see, it's a thick watch, man. This is how it looks on the wrist. And it has like that, you see that divers extension on there. That is on the fly. That's definitely on the fly. The other ones you got to take off, so you know what I'm saying? But like that one, and they just came out with a new technology. I have to look to see what that new technology is, but that's what it looked like on the wrist, right? It's just not, it's not advertised as much, It's not, and the only time you'll learn about this watch really is there are a couple people that will talk about this watch on their channel. Not a lot.
So the way it is
And
here,
then it's $500. Swiss made. And you see, in comparison to the finishing on this watch, I'll put it in comparison to this one right here. Y'all see how it plays with the light? Very substantial though. Very substantial watch. It's a bad boy. This one right here. You want to be one of it. Just does. It's not. It doesn't resonate with like collectible. I want to add this to my collection. This is an actual tool watch, but I like it. I like it, man. Very, very fresh and fluid watch to have, in my humble opinion. And especially if you're looking to, I want to say they got like either 2 or 3 year warranty on these watches. 3 years. It's 3 years. I got my card. Now see, that's when I got it. Last year, 9/18/2023. Yep. It's pretty dope. Alright, let me see what the comments are about. The only raffle I won is Tommy Big Times when I won a Tourbillon Magnum for $20. Yeah, I remember that one. And you applied late. You came into that raffle late as heck. And you won. You were the last entry. And I said I quit. But the fact that we have one of our gentlemen, our avid watch collectors in here that won an AP for $2,000, and offshore no less, is ridiculous. $2,000. That's crazy. That's like buying a 2024 or 25 Chevy Blazer for freaking $5,000. So that's crazy. Brand new, just. I'm done. I quit, man. The watch game ain't fair no more. There's no point in me collecting no more, man. When this type of stuff is happening out here, man, it's disrespectful. No, I'm just messing with you, man. That's good though. Congratulations. Congrats. I love to see when people get a great deal on watches, man. I think that is so dope. That makes it fun, though. It makes it fun just collecting. Tony, if you save the money, invest in Apple and Amazon back, man, they're not touching. You could be buying an AP or Rolex right now.
Everybody on the second ship has a watch.
Who? T. White? Hey, look. Don't let T. White fool you, man. I think T. White owns a part of America, man. That dude, he low key. When we did the bailout, was that in 08? When we did the bailout, they called T. White. They said, hey, T. White, man, we need a loan. T. White was like, all right, man, I want my money back. So part of the deficit that you see in America-wise, they owe T. White. So yeah, T. White, don't let him fool you. His watch collection is more than just Invicta. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I think I've said too much already. My bad. I shouldn't even gave you up like that, T. White. But I'm just saying, man, you rolling out here like you ain't that dude. You feel me? But all right, whatever. Oh, he said amazing. I think citizen movements are good. In my opinion, Citizen Place is once what Seiko was 4 years ago. Citizen right now is on top, man. Like, I want to know their actual number, though. You know, any company right now outside of, like, all the Swiss companies that are named, freaking Citizen's at the very tip top. I almost dropped my watch on the ground. Man, I can't have that, bro. Well, I caught that sucker. Y'all seen it? I shook the whole table. Shook the whole table. The black one, amazing. Welcome in, all newcomers. The difference with Trap is we talk about watches. All watches unlike other sites, and we get laughed and ridiculed for liking other brands. Yeah, bro. Bitcoin was like 6K in 2018.
Give a presentation.
It's $200 at NER. Okay, yeah. My old manager, bro, he cashed in on all his Bitcoins earnings, man. He invested, I think he said he invested $2,000. So he had Bitcoin, but there was another coin. Oh my gosh, I can't think of it, man. That fell in 2021. And before it dropped, this dude is, man, he's so smart. Before it dropped, he cashed out. I think he got like $900,000 off of those coins, bro. And yeah, he's so set right now. He's so good with money. He don't have to work if he don't want to. If you come to Italy, I'll show you places to buy vintage watches. Oh man, you okay? You out in Italy? I made my money when people were buying games. Oh, I hate that I missed out on that. Yeah, that GameStop stock was crazy. Look at him. Look at the humble. I got a rollie. He do. T White is not your average collector, y'all. I keep trying to tell people, man. And people let that Invictus stuff fool them, man. He ain't your T White, that dude, man. I'm just saying. But I wasn't gonna say nothing. T White told y'all I was gonna keep it to myself, but you know. Yeah, he got a rolling. You know, I mean, I can't keep all. I just got like Glycine type of watches. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't nobody. Shoot, even that guy. You guys see him? He posting every. He's working right now, but what is his name? Long Ranger. Y'all, Long Ranger has a watch collection that just don't quit. That's why I call him the Oracle. He went from the source to the Oracle, just like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a collective, man. You know, I'm trying to be like, man, but it's so hard, man. So hard. You ever heard that saying? You know, trying to walk a mile in somebody's shoes. I can't even put them on. I put them on, bro. It's over with. Can't do it, bro. Can't do it. Sorry. See why? I take you serious. I just do not. You don't gamble, okay? Stop, Vic. Just stop it. What did Vic say? T. White. We don't discuss the rules here. That's the only. In public stall. What? Oh, okay. Public stalls. I'm just saying. With that being said, I'm about to go home and cry into my pillow knowing that I can't compete with anybody in here. All you guys that have been watching up to this point, you guys have amazing collections. You guys have named out some stuff. I got some work to do with like researching some of the companies that you guys talked about. And on the next live, which I don't have to go live because I'll be in New York. And you guys will be there, right? I'll probably go live anyway. Hopefully the internet connection is good enough to sustain what I'm trying to do. If not, I'm just going in. I'm not staying a long time. I can't stay a long time. I'm going to be there for like 4 or 5 hours and I'm headed back. So it's a quick turnaround. But I can't wait to see some of you guys there. It's going to be dope, a dope show. This will be my first time going to New York show. It's amazing. Can't wait. I cannot wait. So you guys tune in. I won't be going live again until Saturday. And then Sunday, we'll talk about possible. If we don't talk about it, I'll probably sleep. So, y'all just, bear with me. Bear with me. 5 hours is like the whole show. It's only 12 to 6. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll be leaving shortly after. And I'll hang out with you guys for like an hour after the show. And then, well, I'm back in the wind because I got to be back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be away from the crib. I got a lot of stuff going on here. So, y'all know how it is, man. Longines vintage with the 301 caliber. That was from my grand. Ooh. Hey, follow me on Instagram. I'd love to see a picture of that. Gentlemen, later. All right, y'all, man. I'm up out of here, man. I will catch y'all Saturday afternoon, man. Y'all be blessed. Dope show, y'all.